And again, I'd find out what they needed, and then I'd go and find it. And you asked about how I found the stuff, and one source, it was from other collectors. People just, collecting it's an exercise where you have stuff more than you need. The other came from people who would visit the car shows. And they weren't connected with the hobby as such, but they would have grandfather's thing, or they went to the Chicago show, and 24 years ago, this box of stuff sitting in the basement or in the attic, what to do with it. But it was all, I shouldn't say all, 90% of what I sold had never been into the marketplace. And the very best, the rarest connoisseur grade stuff, there's two guys who would get almost all of it, Taylor and Fred Simeon. That's why Taylor would just hang around. I mean, he's like, he was he was very subtle in his, well-mannered and all that, but he also was aggressive in his own way. In that, the best example of that is the Carlisle show and flea market, which started up in the mid to late 1970s. I don't know whatever probably 75. And he shared my booth with me because he always had duplicates to sell. But A, he didn't need the money, and B, he was really just wanting to hang around and get first picks, whatever happened to come over the table. Or if I'd gotten a lead, then he would know about it. And so he got some good stuff. That's what they phrase is good stuff. And so that, that's and to me it was great. It was like a win-win. I got the money. I helped pay my rent, and he got the stuff that once he got the very best stuff, I never had to worry about it. Because some of the stuff was breathtaking in its importance, in terms of its rarity or the symbolic value of its formatting. It's like how could this ever exist, let alone here is one, or there's only two other guys in the whole country who's got this, and his, we did this continually. And he was totally consistent, totally square in any aspect relating to character or business.
How did you first meet him?
I'm sure he just walked up to my booth and said, do you have any Ferrari catalogs or something? It had been that, because I had no reason otherwise to know him. But we got the difference between him and many of of his collecting peers was he was a connoisseur. I guess partly from his background, partly from his intellect, partly from his endless drive. But he knew what was really good. He knew what wasn't, and he only wanted what was exquisite or better. And that's what I provided to him. They were like key pieces in the collection. Not that there was that many of his huge collection, but significant indeed. And over the years, God, I can't imagine how many, it had to be in the low thousands of the number of pieces that I sold him, because if he didn't have it, he would take it, but it was like certain categories, such as Ferrari brochures, or things that are just very, very scarce, and yet there's a huge constituency for them, and very important as documents of automotive history.